take my mind.
Welcome back to another episode. It's the hottest podcast on the planet.
On the planet, Craig. You know what I mean? On the planet. We running things now, man. I'm saying I bet a sucker won't say we ain't. Who gonna say something?
Watch out now.
Yeah.
Who gonna say something?
Shit, I don't know.
We in Miami. We in South Florida too, man. You know we running everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything come through us in South Florida.
What
you know
Biggie
I mean?
said, kick in the door, wave in the
The
fofo.
fofo. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about no fofo from Wendy's either, man. But, man, we got another great episode for you guys, man. We're going to talk about people that play victim, man. It's a mindset that gets passed down from generation to generation. A lot of people are living a real poor lifestyle, poor mindset. They don't really know how to get out their own way. And it's been passed down from the elders.
The
you know what I'm
elders,
saying?
that's right.
Because you got to remember, when you saying certain things and kids are there, they're soaking it in, especially if it's continuous, you know what I'm saying? They take it all in. So if you blame anybody else for your troubles and you blaming for your condition of your living conditions, they hearing all that. And as they get older, when things are not working for them because they're not putting in the hard work and the dedication, they use the same excuses,
Right.
and it just get passed down and passed down and passed down. It was actually your idea. It was actually a great idea. So I'm gonna let you take the lead and take it where you trying to take it to, my brother.
Yeah, the reason why I came up with this topic, man, I'm going to get on the men first before I get on the ladies. And the reason why I came up with this topic, because, of course, when I'm out there and I'm running into these young men and even these elders, and I'm talking to these elders or whatever, they're much older than me, and they're talking about the difficulties they're going through with life. And their excuse is always the white man. The white man is holding them back. The white man did this to them. The white man did that. I said, okay, what are you trying to do to get out that mindset? Did you go looking for a job? You know what I'm saying? Did you try to go to trade school, go to college, try to learn something, to do something to help your life so it can be beneficial to you? So don't tell me that the white man is holding you back or whatever. And I understand where that mindset came from. Maybe his pappy gave him that mindset. or his grandpa gave him that mindset. His mammy gave him the mindset. Because personally, I think it's time for us as a whole, as a black people, we need to get off that the white man did this to us back in the days. The white man did this. We need to start moving the envelope now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we the only group, we the only group that does it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that other groups don't do it. I see other groups, they may talk about it here and there, but we do it all the time as a people. No one wants to account for anything, for none of their problems. And that's the reason why I say generation victims. And the kids, look how the kids are behaving today in the streets.
Unruly, brother.
Unruly. And they're getting that from their mamas, their daddies.
They keep them switches on them.
Right.
Very emotional.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why I came up with this topic, because I'm just tired of it. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? As a people, like, come on now. We supposed to be kings and queens. Why the hell we still making excuses for? About, oh, I'm a victim. This person did this. The white man holding me back. I can't find a job. Who gives a damn? Even if you have a felony, go start your own business.
Yeah.
Go buy a damn lawnmower.
Yeah.
Go cut some grass in the community.
Yeah.
Go buy a water pump. Go wash cars. There's so many different opportunities.
A hustler's a hustler.
A hustler's a
regardless.
hustler.
You're going to get it by any means
Right.
necessary. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah. So I agree with you, man.
Right.
So that was for the brothers, man. What you got for the sisters?
Yeah, and for the sisters too. My thing to you, sisters, stop making poor choices. Stop making poor choices with the men that you choose. Because what's going on is this. This is my take, right? I see too many sisters, not all. Not all. I'm saying some. You have some sisters. They'll make poor choices in men. Then they will blame the whole population of men for their shortcomings, for their poor choice. You know what I'm saying? For their poor decisions.
Yes.
And because the thing is, you're laboring all black men for your problems. Oh, you broke up with your baby daddy or your husband, or black man ain't nothing. Black man ain't shit.
Yeah.
You can't say that. You can't label us.
You haven't dealt with.
You
every
haven't
black
dealt
man.
with every black man.
Now let me play devil's advocate for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. Don't
Right.
get it misconstrued. You know, remember we were talking about like how the mindset is more like copy and paste.
Yeah.
So, you know, she do need to make better decisions. But at the same time, what does she have to choose from? Because what I mean by that is, yeah, you could look different, dress different, act different, but the spirit may be the same. And a lot of females, they're not aware of that. You know what I'm saying? All they see is a new face you know, a different personality, but they don't know that the spirit is the same person. You basically dealing with the same person, just in a new body. A lot of times you're not gonna know that because a lot of these dudes share the same way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? They feel the same. A lot of dudes are irresponsible when it comes to children. They don't really care. You know what I'm saying? They're just with the woman just to have a good time, and if whatever comes out of it, hey, whatever, it's not my problem. So I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying, how would she go about making that better decision?
Well, to go about making that better decision, that's why I believe in vetting. To me, vetting is very important. Like, meaning, if I'm a young lady and I'm dealing with a man, the first thing I'm going to do is introduce my father, my uncle,
Some of us
my
don't have-
brother.
don't
No,
have.
but I'm just saying, even if you don't have a father or brother, or you may have a male friend that is solid, that's a stand-up guy, let this guy filter this individual out. Because guess what? Let him be your eye. Because you may not see something that this guy don't see because you're going off the exterior. Oh, this guy's tall, he's handsome, he's, you know what I'm saying? So all the red flags are there, but because this guy is attractive,
You miss it.
You
You
miss
miss
it.
it.
Correct.
You miss
That's
it.
why I always believe in, because like I said, I grew up the old-fashioned way, right? Because I remember my mother used to always tell my sisters, look, before you bring any man in my house, did you let your father vet that man? Did you talk to your brother to vet that man? And that's how I came up. And that's the reason why I have that mindset, and I believe in vetting. And I even teach my daughters that.
Devil's advocate
Yeah,
again. Devil's
that's what I
advocate
teach
again. You said if she doesn't have a father, uncle, whatever, to have, if she has a male friend. Now, we know a lot of male friends are not really friends now. They were 2024. So we got to be realistic. A lot of times the male friends, they you've had male friends. And all male friends are not created equal, right? A lot of them are just like snakes in the grass. They waiting to poke their head up and try to get them a bite. So how is she supposed to rely on a friend when males are not female? Me personally, bro, I don't think it takes a special man to be able to be friends with a woman. Because a lot of dudes, they think with you know,
Yeah, with they small hands.
yeah, they just trying to, they think everything is meant to be ran through. So how is she supposed to trust that, like, this man is going to really give her, you know, good advice, sound advice? If that's a really good brother, that could really be good. Like, he not going to hit and say, nah, man, he ain't. You know what I'm saying?
You know who she can ask?
Who?
That dude she have in the friend zone. Because you know why? Let me tell you something.
He ain't
man.
going to help neither
Nah,
because he's
he
trying to
gonna
get
help.
out the
Nah,
zone.
Nah. Let me tell you something, man. That dude in the friend zone, he'll do whatever, man. He'll catch a grenade for her. He'll
Yeah,
go-
but he not going to tell
Nah,
her.
bro.
Man,
He
listen,
will, bro. He will. Trust me.
So you saying the friend zone dude, he going to put on the cape
He gonna put on the cake.
and he going to come through and say, that's a good brother for you.
He'll do
That's
it.
gonna-
I believe so.
He ain't going to X himself out, bro.
I believe so, bro.
Let's ask the
Bro.
lady in the room.
Go ahead.
bro.
Let me ask you, Vic. Go ahead.
So let me start by saying this. You guys are or have gone completely off topic.
No, we
And
No, we're
yes,
not.
yes, you did.
Okay, go ahead. Give us your take.
Because when we're talking, the conversation should be about generational victims. So the fact that the only examples we have for generational victims were basically men, and then when we switched to women, we started talking about women's poor choices in men.
He's saying that
No,
he's
that's-
trying to say
when we
but
talk
V,
about-
but he's saying that's a passed down thing.
That-
That's what he
Yeah.
that's the point he was trying to make. You know what I'm saying?
But that can't be the only example where we're just discussing
No, I'll
women
make more examples. Go
because
ahead.
the men. Yeah, that's why I said I want more examples so it
I
doesn't
will.
seem as
I
if
will.
we're talking about just women's poor choices in men. Because when we discussed the male, we talked about his we talked about the mindset that has been passed on from grandfather to father to this individual. So I'm going to start there because that is true. Now, secondly, I have two gentlemen here that are trying to explain what women experience. And this is a part of the problem. So I'm going to say the dude in the friend zone is not going to help. He's not going to give no assistance. He's going to tell you he will. He will not.
I said that.
He may even give inches. He may help a little. Ultimately, he's not helping that situation because in his mind, he believes he can stay in that friend zone for maybe 5 years. In that 6 years, she's going to come around.
But let me
So
say this.
why would I try to help her
Right.
find her
But let me say
perfect
this.
mate?
You see what you just said, Vic? You said that inch, right? Let me tell you, that inch may help. Just that little inch he tell you may help because you know why? Because your emotions are involved. So you're like, damn, he may have told me 5% or something. You're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just run with that, and I'm gonna get this guy a chance. I'm just speaking. I'm just saying.
It's
speaking.
very much possible.
I'm telling
It's
you,
very much
yeah.
possible, but the likelihood that a person in the friend zone is going to assist you in your current relationship is not it's not high.
Man,
It's not high.
forget that, man. He ain't gonna help you. Let's get back to the
It's
nitty
not.
gritty.
the pass down, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. The mindset, the victim mindset, where everything is blame on somebody else. You know,Ve seen it played out a lot.
Yeah.
I've heard it. And even when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, I could remember, man, because I used to smoke a lot. You know what I'm saying? I used to get high, and I used to feel like it was no hope,
Yeah.
right? Because everybody I was hanging around had that mindset where they used to feel like, you know, we're trapped. You know, you can't get out. You know, whatever's going on right now in front of us, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
We don't have any other options. And I used to just like smoke, but one thing I always did, I always spoke to God. I always speak to God. And I I'm saying, so I began high by myself, you know, and I'm looking in the sky and I'm having conversations,
Yeah.
man. And I'm saying, this can't be right, bro. There's no way you could tell me like my situation right now is it. And I refuse to believe that, bro. I said, no, I can't believe that because I see, you
You
know
were
what I'm saying?
stronger
Like,
than that mindset.
Coach Dunn, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Coach Dunn was pretty successful, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And all these different people that I would encounter come around, and I'm looking, I'm like, they're not involved in the stupidity that us young
Yeah,
boys
dude,
are. And they're doing pretty good for
Yeah,
themselves. So
very
it has
successful.
to be a way,
Yeah.
you know? And I think a lot of us miss that. We don't understand, like, you have to open your mind to the
Yeah.
possibilities
Yeah.
and really go and work hard to achieve what you want.
What you want.
Because, you know, it's not just going to happen. You know what I mean? So my question to you, brother, like, since you feel that way, how do you feel the change should come about, you know what I'm saying, for that mindset, for these women, for these men that feels like they're a victim and there's no way out?
The mirror of truth. The mirror of truth. I believe holding that mirror of truth to your face and look at yourself, because I feel like people don't really do inventory within themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you go 24 hours without accessing your life? Like, what did I do today? Was I productive? Did I lead? Did I do something that was impactful? Did I do a great deed? You get what I'm saying? Just to wake up with all these problems and just blaming this person, that person, blaming this race of people for all of my shortcomings. You understand what you get my point?
Do you think it's all, you think that's all black people, or you think it's a specific group of black people? Do you feel like all black people share that mindset?
I won't say all black people, because there are some successful black people. There are some.
Of course.
Yeah, but I do see it. I'm seeing it like quite often now. I don't know if this is like a new phenomenon.
No, man.
Right. I mean, it's been here, but I'm just saying, like, I've just seen, even when I talk to young men, like young guys that are in sports, that are playing sports, and they have victim mindsets too. Like, meaning, like, I'd be like, hey, young man, what's up, man? Hey, man, I want to transfer out to school, man, because I ain't getting no playing time. Okay, why you ain't getting no playing time? Are you practicing hard? Are you lifting weights? Are you going to class? Are you getting good grades? You get what I'm saying?
Are you watching film?
Are you watching
Seeing the
film?
error in
Right.
your error in your game.
Right.
to
Exactly.
get better.
Are you
Just
basically doing everything that you can
Can't-
do to
to
change
get
your
better, to
circumstances?
get
Right,
better.
exactly. Just because you have talent, that doesn't necessarily mean your talent is going to translate to
Nah,
the
hard
field
work,
or
man.
to the on
Hard
the court.
work. That's
Hard
hard
work.
work.
You got to put in hard work, and you got to get out that victim mindset in order for you to unlock your full potential.
I agree with
Right.
What I think I noticed, and I'm not I just feel like this is what happens, but we see that a lot in like the impoverished,
Yes, urban.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
you know, where they
Don't pretty it up. Say the nigga neighborhood, man.
Yeah.
urban community.
You see it, but you just see it a lot more. You know, like you see it, and I don't know if it's because, you know, maybe they're like a child, their parents weren't able to get them out of that environment,
Yeah.
so that's all they know, and then ultimately you just become a victim of your environment. So it's easier to blame the environment than it is to look at yourself and say, well, dang, what could I have done better,
Right.
or what should I have done differently,
Right.
or what could I do differently to change my outcome, instead of being like, well, this is just how it is,
Right.
almost like this is just
Right.
what it is. But I feel like it's more predominant in like the impoverished
The
neighborhoods.
impoverished neighborhoods.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
agree.
I think the things that play a major role in that mindset, you know, it could be passed down or whatever. Yeah, I agree with that too. But I think more so too, your environment plays a major role, because you got to think about it, man. Majority of people that feel that way growing up in a certain area where they might be in Section 8, live in Section 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You getting food stamps and everything, WIC or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of handicap your parents in a way, your mother in a way, to where she doesn't have to work and she can't afford to go to work. Because
Yep.
if she does,
She's gonna lose everything.
loses that house.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so now you're a young child, and you being raised in this environment, and you soaking all this in.
Yeah.
Right, and mama's okay with living like this because hey, she don't got to
So
work.
I should be okay with it too.
She's happy. She got nothing in the bank, nothing, but she's happy. And then all you know is your environment. Remember, a kid only know what they see, what they know. If, you know, if you're a hardworking person, you have children, they're gonna be hard workers too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you're
yeah.
intelligent and they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
environment. So my thing is, I understand when they says the white man's fault or whatever. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
You know, I think so. I think you don't have to accept what's being given.
Given. That's my point.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You don't
I
have to
believe that.
accept it. I
Right.
feel like Section 8, food stamps and all that belongs to old retirees. I feel like if you put your time in and you retire, there's no reason for you to be blowing up what little money you're getting from your
Yeah, 'cause
401k
it's
or
not a
whatever.
lot.
Yeah, it's
I
not
think,
a lot.
and I don't think Section 8 should be in the projects. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of war zones. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be in nice areas for old people.
Yeah.
Because you put your time in. Now it's time to reap the benefits. You know what I'm saying? If you're a younger person, you need assistance, you need help, you should receive that, yes. But I'm gonna give it to you with time frames.
Yep.
You have to go to
To
school.
accomplish
Yeah,
You
to
have to go
accomplish
get a
something.
trade.
Right, right.
You have to go to college. You have to get your education, and you have to get a job by this time.
Yeah.
And then once you get the job, you're gonna work another plan. You have to save this amount
Yeah.
so that you can
Growth.
move out on your own, where
Yeah.
you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel
And
like
you know what's so crazy about that? Like I have my father. My father is 79 years old. My father worked
Bless
30
him.
years, 30 years in this country. Hard work. You know what I'm saying? Hard work, no play. And when my father, when he filed for food stamps, they only give him $90. And
For
you
the
have
whole month.
Yeah, and you have a sucker that ain't do nothing in this country, never worked, get $800,
Yep.
$1,000.
Yep.
To me, that's outlandish. That's crazy.
$1,000.
Yes.
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 $800 for what? Food stamps?
Food stamps.
Yep.
$1,000?
Yeah, you get people get $1,000.
But you know, I also like just to add to that. I think, it's true.
Yeah.
But I think, in some ways, that is how they have used those different tools to kind of hold us down as a people.
Yes.
Because I remember when it was time for me to go to college, and they wouldn't even give me financial aid because apparently my mom made too much.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I'm a kid that actually wants to go to school, but then you'll give another kid because they're from a impoverished neighborhood. You're gonna give them financial aid, and they got a full, but. So I'm being punished because I'm not in that under that circumstance. It just doesn't make sense. But I feel like that is their way of kind of keeping us at bay. Because now if I know in order for my daughter to get financial aid, I can't make this certain amount of money, which is
Right.
similar to, if I'm
Yeah.
getting Section 8 and you tell me, hey, if you make this much, you can't get no government assistance.
Yeah.
They're not going to go get a job that because I need this house. I can't
Yeah.
afford it any other way. So it kind of just holds you back in so many different ways. And it's true, $1,000 for food
The
stamps.
food stamps.
But I'll tell you what,
$1,000.
the game is rigged.
Yeah.
The game is definitely rigged, but
Yes.
at the same time,
Crazy.
you don't have to fall for the trap. You
Nope.
don't got to be the rat that's going for the cheese, the mouse going for the cheese. You know, sometimes it's best to just say, I'd rather starve, you know, to make my own way, bro. Now, if you have kids, I'm not
It's
saying
hard.
starve.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying, but use the system to your benefit. Don't just fall victim to it and just sit there
Yeah.
and just, you know, wallow in your sadness and and then your child's watching you just sitting there as time fly, you know, you getting bigger and bigger and depressed and you know
Nothing's changing.
Yeah.
nothing's changing
Nothing's
and time is just flying by, bro.
Yep.
Right.
You got to be active. You know what I mean? You got to be active and really try to find a way.
Right.
Like I say, I don't disagree with what you're saying, bro. I agree with it, man.
Yeah.
We
Like,
need
it
a
really-
better way.
Yeah, we need a better way because it irritates my nerves, man. Because, like I said, bro, I understand we went through all the atrocities when we came over here into this country, but it's time to get over that shit, man.
To my slavery.
Yeah, slavery. It's time to just get over that shit, man. You know, I know some people probably gonna feel offended or whatever, because power to the people. But yeah, we gotta overcome this, man. You know, we have to.
Well, whether they feel offended or not, they have to first be honest with themselves.
right.
They ain't gonna give you nothing, bro.
Nothing,
They're not
yeah.
giving you nothing, bro.
Right.
Y'all, you know what I'm saying? You can fight for reparation all you want. We seen where all the money's going. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Stop acting like you blind to the fact. They're not giving us nothing, bro.
Right.
The only thing they're gonna give you is shit to keep you handicapped.
Yep.
Handicap.
So at the end of the day, bro, you gotta
Yep.
change, turn that switch on and get to it.
Yeah.
And the best way to get to it, to keep it a buck with everybody, be honest, man, is we gotta learn to work together.
Yes.
We need to learn to work together as a team. You know what I'm saying? As a team, bro.
But I think the best way that what we can do, like I would say my people, my generation, you know, my age group, the best thing that we could do to kind of get out of that victim mindset of remembering why this person didn't have is to instill that into our kids.
Yes.
Because a lot of, you know, people that I like my age, male and female, my age, they're doing really good things. They went to college, you know, they're not living in poverty. They may have came up in poverty, but they've made something of themselves. Right. So it's almost like now it's our duty that we have children to now instill not what we learned from our people, but now what we've what we've turned into, we need to make our kids understand the same thing. That way it can continue to go lineage like that. Because like you said, whatever you teaching these kids, they're soaking it up. So if now we've gotten better and we're no longer really living in poverty, we have businesses and, you know, we're actually doing good as a community, we need to now instill that same influence into our children. So then now we're building a whole nother generation of children that kind of are strong.
We need to teach them teamwork, bro.
Teamwork, exactly.
Teamwork make the dream
But
work.
also let's leave the Uncle Tom, because that, I will agree, that really frustrates me. I had a conversation with someone recently, and they were talking about how, you know, just saying, oh, I don't want to work for the white man, and I don't want to pay, and I get it. We've been hearing that all our lives. I get it. But I also understand that we're all individuals.
Yes.
And I feel like sometimes people miss that. And so in that conversation, I had to explain to him, I said, you don't want to work for the white man. I said, but that doesn't mean that someone else has a problem with it. And it doesn't mean that you should talk down on someone else because they want to do it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're all trying to get somewhere in life. And wherever that is that you're trying to get to, whatever your route you want to take, you should be able to take that route without someone telling you you're taking the wrong route.
Yeah.
And so I explained to him, I said, you know, the job I hold right now, this is a job that I spoke into existence. I manifested since I was a little girl. And I work for the white man. And I love my job. I love what I do. So for someone to say, well, I don't want to, you know, or you should be wanting to do, you can't make me want to do what you want to do. Just the same, I encourage you to do what you want to do. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you don't want to work I encourage it. Yeah. But you just shouldn't shoot it down for everybody, because I feel like that puts us all in a box. We don't all have to be entrepreneurs.
True.
You do not have to have your own business, but you have to do something to better yourself. Yeah. Whatever that choice
something
is.
Productive.
Yeah, be productive in life. Like you said, when you wake up and you're like, well, what am I going to do today that's going to be productive, that's going to help me reach my goals, that's going to help me get to where I'm trying to go. That should be enough.
Right.
You know, like without someone putting pressure on you saying, well, don't work for the white man.
Yeah.
If I don't, and I see a lot of guys, I haven't seen so many girls do it, not yet, but I see a lot of guys that I don't want to work for the white man, but they're not working at all.
Right.
So then I'm confused.
Yeah.
Because that you're not getting your own check.
I can kind of agree with that, Vic. I can kind of agree with what
and you know,
said.
I just want them to make a choice.
Right.
I want you to do better.
Right.
It's not like, oh, I'm shooting you down or talking bad about you. It's just, if you're going to tell me I don't want to work for the white man and give me 1,000 excuses why, you know, and again, this was passed down mindsets. You done heard somebody else say it, or you've seen it somewhere else. Okay, that's fine. But what are you doing?
I'm going to keep it G, man.
But see what Vic said, with you talking about, you seeing some men talking about they don't want to work for the white man. They don't have. I mostly see that in the urban community.
Yes,
bro. I'm gonna keep it very honest and very funky, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for anybody that's trying to free themselves.
I'm
for anybody that's trying to make their time theirs.
Yeah.
Make your time belong to you, because time is the most important asset we
Can't
have.
get back.
I'm also for anybody that's happy with how they live.
Yeah, they live.
Yeah.
If you working and you happy, I say more power to you. But I'm also, I say, but you can't be stagnant. You're not doing anything. You don't have nothing coming in.
Right.
And you say, I don't want to work for the white man. You sound like a sucker.
Yeah.
What you need to do is figure out how to take that money you're getting from the white man
and do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do to find a way out.
Yep.
So now you can earn you can own your own time.
Yeah, you can buy back your freedom.
You can buy your freedom,
Yeah,
because that's what really this country is all about, buying back your freedom.
Freedom,
Because ain't nobody free. I'm saying, unless you got it, you're not free, bro. Because you got to buy your freedom.
Yeah, in this
I'm
country.
saying, you got to buy it.
Yeah.
You know, so for you to be sitting down and you at home, man, and you complaining, you broke, you a fool.
You're a fool.
You're a fool.
Yeah.
But like I said, for me, I'm all for that entrepreneurial spirit. Bro.
Yeah, same here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm for it.
I love it. I love like people like, when I meet people and like they have this amazing business idea or things that I love it, because I feel like, you know, that's what we're supposed to do. You're really supposed to do what makes you happy, and if that's what makes you happy, you should pursue it to the fullest extent.
Right.
But at the same time, I tell them, if it's a dream that's going to take you a while to get to, you got to have a backup plan.
Right.
There have to be a a B plan.
Not a backup plan. You gotta have money coming in.
Yeah, like you
It
can't
ain't a
just
backup. You gotta have
Yeah,
money
yeah.
coming in while you working the plan.
right. You know what I mean?
right.
Like you can't just
Right.
speak that you're gonna.
Right.
Well, what I mean, in
the-
between, you
yeah.
still gotta live.
Yeah,
So
Them
Exactly.
bills
something
ain't
has to
gonna-
happen.
Bills,
Yeah.
bills don't stop.
Bills
bro.
don't stop,
Yeah,
bro.
they don't stop coming, bro.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't.
so
You know
for
what I mean?
sure. But I
Right.
think the victim mindset, unfortunately, is the urban, impoverished communities.
Yeah, I see it a lot,
And
man.
the only thing I could think of is that for us to all
Mm-hmm.
like to make a difference and change it, you have to instill better values into your children. Like you have to,
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, I don't think I wouldn't say that I grew up in like a low income. I grew
Mm-hmm.
up middle class. But even if it was low income, I only realized that as I got older,
Mm-hmm. Right.
right? So even if it was, I wouldn't have known,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like because I just felt love in my home. I didn't. That's all I knew was love. I knew the environments that I was in. I was loved. I wasn't concerned if we were eating beanies and weenies. I mean, it was a meal for me. So. Like I wasn't looking at somebody else saying, "Oh, she got steak." I was just like, "Girl, them poking beans and rice was good last
I
night."
remember eating mayonnaise sandwiches.
Yes, ooh, the mayonnaise sandwiches
Mayonnaise
was
sandwiches,
good.
bro.
Wait,
Hey.
did you ever have spam sandwiches?
Yeah, I had
What?
spam sandwiches, man. Yeah, mom used to get that spam and whip it up.
Listen, that's what I'm saying.
it's
You
a
know what I
vibe.
mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
but it wasn't like we were going to school the next day, like, oh, well, she had steak.
Steak,
Nah, I
yeah,
was
yeah,
girl.
yeah,
that
yeah.
food was good,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
would. That was it.
Yeah,
So it's a
exactly.
mindset. It's a we may have not had the most. We didn't
Yeah.
have. We weren't rich, but hey, I wasn't unhappy.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
loved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
I think in order for things to change, I think parents need to think ahead for their children.
Oh yes.
And what I mean by that is you got to think about what were some of the advantages that you wish you had growing up that you never got, but you wish you had.
Yeah.
Or what may have been some advantage that you messed up, you didn't capitalize on. So what I'm saying is when you have your kids and they become teenagers and they start working or whatever, you know what I'm saying, they become, you know, adults, quote unquote, 18, 19.
Right.
Don't kick your kids out. Tell them, yo, you got to get out of my house.
Yeah, I don't believe in
I'm
that.
saying what you
That's
need to
definitely
do
old
is
school.
I don't believe in that.
keep your
Right.
kids at home,
Yeah.
right? And help them to save their money. Even if you got to charge them rent, right? I'm charging you $500 a month, right? Don't take the money and spend it on
yeah,
yourself.
put it in an account.
Put it in an account for them, right? So let them stay there for as long as you possibly can and save that money for them. Monthly, save it. 4 or 5 years, whatever, however long they want to be home, because these are your children anyway.
Yeah.
And stop asking them to pay goddamn bills because they're adult. Honestly, you might say you got to get your own food.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Buy your own food and groceries,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But stop saying pay man. No.
Yeah,
These are your kids, man. You trying to give them an advantage that you didn't have.
that you didn't have. Correct.
Listen to me now. Take that bread, put it to the side, man. For however long they want to stay home, keep saving that money. When they finally decide, hey, Pops, hey, Mom, I want to leave. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm grown. I want to get my own spot, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking about getting an apartment. You tell them, hold on, baby. You don't need to get an apartment.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
guess what? All this money you've been paying me for rent, it's right here. You got $100,000 saved. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got $150,000. You know what I'm saying? You can go and get your own spot.
Yeah.
We have to put them in better position. We have to think forward. We can't be stagnant, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about the what you wish you opportunities you wish you had,
Yeah.
and then provide it for them.
Yeah.
That's all this parenting stuff is, man. It's not that goddamn difficult,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Every mistake that you've made, you try to cut those mistakes from them making it.
Yeah, all the
You know what I'm saying?
obstacles.
Yeah,
Yes,
bro. And you
yes.
make life as easy as possible.
Yeah.
But you still want them to get some bumps, you know,
Right,
bruises.
I was just about
But you
to
want to
say.
give them that advantage.
But I want to
too.
give you a financial advantage.
advantage, correct?
I'm gonna let you get your bump and bruises because you got to.
Yeah.
You got to, dog. But at the end of the day, we have to make life better for them. So we got to change that mindset. We got to change.
And let me piggyback on what you said. You see, it's crazy you just said that, right? With the financial advantage. Man, I remember I was at the gym. I was at LA Fitness. This was probably about 10 years ago. And there was these 3 white boys, right? Young kids. Couldn't be no older than 17 years old. And they was like, hey, yeah, Al, you know, I invest in stock markets. But I was, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the hell that was. I knew of the
Yeah,
stock
but you-
market.
yeah, I mean,
but you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was like, yeah, look at my account. And the kid showing me his account had like $30,000.
17-year-old kid.
17-year-old kid showing me $30,000 in his account. And I was like, holy shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You
Like,
get what I'm
we
saying?
need
And
to-
who taught him
Somebody
that?
say
His
someone
parents.
The
taught him.
parents
His
taught
parents,
him
bro.
that.
His Let me tell you
Right.
something, man. One thing I've
Right.
always said, bro, and this is without bias, man. White people know how to live. Whether they got the money or they don't got it, they gonna live. Boy, listen. they could have $1, a dollar in their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have a good time. They know how to live. You know why that is? They never had the burdens that we had.
True.
They've always been free.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for us, it's been a different story. So we
correct.
got to change that mindset and
Mhm.
put our kids in better situations,
Yeah.
man. And stop being greedy. Stop charging your kid to live in your house, man. And if you're going to charge, like I say, save the money, bro. It's not for you to spend, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got to pay this bill. No, they don't, because if they left, you still have to pay the bill.
Their bills.
So what's the
anyways.
problem?
Yeah.
I think that'll be a good topic that we should cover at a different time.
Yeah.
Because I definitely I disagree.
No, well, you can
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay.
No, I'm saying so. It would be a
Okay.
good
No, that's
conversation
okay.
to have.
Conversation.
But I even got
Yeah.
something. I got something
Yeah.
even better than
What?
just the conversation. I actually have a guest that's going to come and teach parents how to set their kids up with credit.
Oh, I
Okay.
love
So that when by the
that.
time they turn 18,
Mhm.
they're ready to go.
I
You know
love
what I'm
it.
saying?
Oh my
That's a
God.
surprise I got for you. I ain't gonna say much
Yes,
longer.
Yeah.
I
ain't
like
gonna say
that.
nothing. I ain't gonna.
Okay.
Yes,
I
yes,
like
you like that.
that.
That's right. But this is our show for the day, man. Parents, my niggas. Oh, this is for my black people, man. Listen, I
Mindset.
love you guys, man. And like I just said, we just need to learn to work together as a whole.
Yeah.
We need to dialogue together, figure
Yeah.
out a way to put our kids in position. Because like I said, man, we only here for a short time.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all older, a lot older, and our kids are younger. So our time is going to fade out soon, bro. You know what I'm saying? About 30, 40, 50 years, a lot of us not going to be on this earth. You know what I'm saying? It might be even shorter than that for some.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm saying while we got breath and we're able to function, let's put our children in better situations than we were.
Yeah.
This is the only way they could be
I agree.
productive citizens. You know what I'm saying? And because remember, you don't want them to have the life you had,
Yeah.
the struggles you had.
Mhm.
I've heard people say, "Why not? I want my kids to struggle like." No, I don't. I don't want my kid to struggle like I did.
Yeah.
I want none of my kids. I don't want none. I want the girls to
That's that
experience
victim
that.
mindset.
You
Victim
got to do
mindset.
better. We have to do better as a whole, and we do that by conversing with each other, learning from one another. Then we teach our kids. If we all implement the same plan in our households, man, just imagine what we could do.
Yeah.
Imagine what our kids
Could
would
do.
could
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
If-
Further.
especially if you teach them, working together.
Mm-hmm.
Man, brother.
Yeah. It'll be crazy, but they don't want us to do it, man.
It's not. There's no day.
Yeah.
We got to do
Yeah,
that.
we got to do it. Yeah,
But with
get out
that,
victim
yeah.
mindset.
With that being said, this is our show for the day. I hope you guys liked it. Hopefully, I hope you guys learned something. You know what I'm saying? As far as with the playing with the money, helping your kids. Vic don't agree, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I
But do
can't
us
wait
a
for it.
favor, please. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother always said, hit the
Hit the like button.
ding. And listen, we welcome everybody. If you guys want to come on the show and speak your mind, come on, man. Hit us up. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, man. With that being said, we appreciate y'all. Let's change tomorrow today.
Peace.
Love.